Hi, this is Glenda, and I'm just turned 60 on 11/11/1955, and that was my birthday. The 11/11 was my actually my birth date, of course. Um, but anyway, I what I want to talk about is embracing this new decade and how I celebrate it in the process that I went through. First of all, I want to show you this on my webpage. This is my webpage, glendathegoodfoodie.wordpress.com. I'm a life coach and I also have a foodie blog. So anyway, this is my webpage, and this is me, 9 years old. I celebrated my 9th birthday. Looked like I had kind of had an attitude. Maybe the sun was in my eyes. But anyway, friends and girls from church. This was my really good friend Carlene and my youngest sister Vernita and one of my older sisters Gloria. And Gloria was our neighbor, and we went to church together. Her mom was our landlord. This is in San Francisco, and this is also in San Francisco. This is our entire family, all 11 of us. Unfortunately, over the last 2 years, these 3 here have passed away. Virginia, right here, she just passed away in August. So anyway, I tell some things about my family. This is the cake that I had this young man to make. He's an awesome baker, DeVere Piles. He's from Fort Worth, Texas. He did an awesome job, and I shared it with the church. And this is some students from Southwestern Christian College in Terrell, down the road from us in Arlington, and they sang my song for me. I don't want to play that right now. These are the people I invited. There was 4 people that couldn't make it. This is Mike, Cassie, Gabriel. He's a sweetie. They have a new baby. You can barely see him. This is my husband. This is me. This is my friend Helen. This is my other friend Floyda, Pat, Paula, and Pam. These are my 3 Ps. Anyway, I wanted to have a get-together and have a lunch that would be sort of intimate. I didn't want a big party, but I didn't have the money to pay for it, so I was like, okay, what am I going to do? So I just started writing, I would love for you, Pat, to celebrate my birthday with me. And I gave him the invitation, directions, the address to the restaurant, the name and the phone number. And then I told them that lunch would be Dutch and to please RSVP. And they did. And the thing is that I've never done anything like that before, and I didn't know if I'm going to get there and nobody's going to show up, because that's not the way people do things. But I just wanted to spend time, and I told them your presence is my gift, because that really is what I wanted, was for us to be together. Over this past 6 months, I've been recuperating from brain aneurysm surgery, and some of you may have met me on Living Chic, on Lattes with Lydia, and I'm doing awesomely. I'm going to show you some more pictures. Oh, and this is the cake my husband made me. Let me get to the pictures. And at this place, Spiral Cafe and Bakery, it's a vegan restaurant. All my friends are carnivores, but they know that we're vegetarians. But they went along and they ordered food, and it went really well. This is my plate, and this is the burger. This is LIFE! Potato salad and the toppings for the burger. And they did, and this one here says love, this is sideways, LOVE. And then a friend of mine ordered carrot soup, and this has French for I love or something. I don't know French, so I don't know what that is. But anyway, this is the group again, and then that's me, the birthday girl, and that's me. It's me and Pam. Let's see if I can show Pam. Yeah, that's Pam. And all these people have been supportive of me, and I just wanted us all to get together. So I just said, okay, let's not, Glenda, let's just go for it. Let's just embrace the situation, and what you want, and just ask. Ask, as simple as that. And it did come into my mind for a second, well, what if they didn't, nobody showed up, or people RSVP and say I can't come? I just said, whoever shows up is supposed to be there. And everybody RSVP, but two people didn't RSVP, but they didn't come. But I figured since they did, most likely they weren't going to be there. That's Pat. She and I are survivors of this past year, for real. And this is the cake my husband made me. Now, if you look at the cake, what is it missing? Candles. Because it's not really missing them. I just didn't want candles this year. I decided that I don't need candles anymore. I like having the cake to celebrate, but I don't need candles to make wishes, because what I need to do now and what I want to do now is just do it. Just live it, just do it. And I'm so thankful. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm thrilled to be alive. I'm thrilled to have a 60th birthday, to have a good use of my mind. My brain was operated on. It was just pretty drastic. Mentally, I was stable for it. But when you think about it, aneurysms are very dangerous things, because most time you hear of a story of somebody with an aneurysm, they mostly have passed on, or they didn't even know it was there. And so I'm embracing this new decade, and I'm happy to be embracing a new decade. I'm happy to be able to just still be here, and I know it's for a purpose. And a part of the purpose is to encourage other people to overcome things that just seem bigger than you, that seem like, man, I can't do it, Anything that you feel that way about, that's the very thing that you must do. And I didn't know if people were going to be willing to come and pay. It's not that the place was expensive, but, it's just something different. And so usually when I go out to lunch, that's different than inviting a whole group of people, and they may expect to have, the meal to be Dutch. But at any rate, I just went ahead and asked, because that's what I wanted. I wanted to spend time with my friends. And I also told them that your presence is my gift. And truly in my heart, that's exactly how I feel and how I felt. And they brought a few gifts anyway, but that wasn't the focus. The focus was just spending time together. So this is what we did. The first, I had like a whole point to everything. And what I did was, I had each person, since 3 sets of different people that don't know each other, I had them to tell how they met me in the first place. And so, of course, people are going to tell not only how they met me, but how they felt and how we interacted or whatever. And so that was interesting, because we never talk about it. My friends, we never talk about how, how our experience was. But they all shared that, so that was pretty cool. And everyone ordered their food. And it was a little bit, challenging, because they're all carnivores. So we just took time. I left room for that, because I knew that that would be a different thing for them. But I also wanted them to share a part of my world, eating, food that doesn't have meat, and you'll feel. And I said, one thing I want everybody to understand: when you leave here, you're going to have energy. You're not going to be all tired down and feeling like you need to go lay down and take a nap when you get through eating good, healthy, clean food. And so after everybody ordered their food, the next question was to tell us something about yourself that we probably would find it hard to believe. And so it was so much fun. People had a variety of things that they did. It was so funny. I did mine first because I told them I'm not going to ask you to do it and me not do it, so I'll go first. So I went first, and what I have done is when we lived in Denver, we used to go to the Nuggets games all the time, and I just had in my head that I wanted to sing the national anthem. So I looked it up and I found out, or called them or whatever. Back in the day, we didn't have websites. And they said you come in at certain time between this time and the other time and audition. So they had other people there, and so I auditioned and they chose me. And it was a special night coming up called God and Country Night, and I sang God Bless America. And it was just the place was packed. It was packed all the way up to the roof. So however big that stadium is, I don't know how big it was, but it was huge. And we were playing the Atlanta Hawks. And so when I was done singing this, one of the players from Atlanta walked up to me and said, "Good job." It was this really deep voice. And all I could see right here in front of me was like his stomach. He was so tall. I have no idea who that was. But anyway, that was a great experience. And then everybody told something, and some of them were funny, and some of them were just super unusual, but it was just something different. So the next question was the third and final, it wasn't a question, it was an interaction for, my husband brought this one up, for each person to say what was special about me to them. And so we went around to each person around the table. Everybody took their turn, and it was so awesome. And at the end, of course, as the birthday woman, I got a chance to speak to each one of them and how they've impacted my life, and how we met as well, and just what it meant to me to be able to spend this time with them because of all the things I've been through over this past 6 months, going through brain aneurysm surgery. And they were all of them were there for me. And I appreciate it so much. And so I just wanted to spend time, and I also wanted people in different parts of my life to meet each other. And it was really cool. All my friends are pretty mature people. There was a time when the friends I had, it would have been hard for all of them to be in the same room. It would have been. But now it's different. My life has changed, and I've matured. I'm thrilled to be 60, starting a new decade, and I'm celebrating this whole month. But my husband said we're going to celebrate once a month until my next birthday comes. So he said, "You kept talking about 60 is a big deal." I said, "It's a big deal, because I almost wasn't here. And everybody doesn't make it this far. I know way too many people that just didn't make it. But I have a purpose, and my purpose is to encourage others to embrace life, face it for what it is, and just move forward." So thank you for listening, and thank you for just sharing this time with me. And whatever it is, whether you're 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, even if you're in your 90s, like Grandma Moses, hey, what did she do? She started painting. She never had painted before. But, hi, Stuttgart, I can't pronounce that. Is that Austria or Germany? But thank you. I'm glad to have you here. So no matter what age you are, just reach for what it is. It may be something different, something people wouldn't expect, but it's just back there in the back burner, and you've just been wanting to do it. Just do it. No more wishing. No more wishing on candles. No more wishing on stars. Just do it. Thank you.